Okay, hello. Good morning. It's 10:30. It seems to be a little bit of a trend where I'm recording these videos at fucking 10:30 in the morning. Um, oh yeah. Okay. So, a lot has happened since the last couple of recording sessions. I have been playing this game basically nonstop, and I have a ton of shit that I want to do in this world. Hi, Roger. I have a ton of shit that I want to do in this world, and I have a ton of buildings to show. So the first part of this video is just going to be kind of a tour of what's changed, because there was I briefly watched the last video just to check out, like, oh, what was the last thing I worked on, and boy, it's been a minute. One thing, I have the storage room kind of set up. I have the chests color coordinated to certain things, like wood is in green, and I got tools in the normal one, and this one's supposed to be yellow, and that's where like food and stuff is, and general building blocks, nether stuff, the normal stuff, right? And if you go over here, those paths over there have been extended quite a bit. I've done some expanding in the nether. And I think it would just be best if I just kind of walked around. We'll get to that in a minute. I have plans for that in the future. But you walk around this side, and I've added some lanterns, because there were some firefly lanterns that I got, and they look really nice, really pretty. And I want to have mostly these around the paths in general, because you can see that I've got like fucking torch spam everywhere. And I don't really hate how torch spam looks, but just an effort to make it look a little bit nicer. But these are, you would be surprised at how hard these are to come by. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But we've done some expanding. I looked at the last video. And this farm, I made this farm weeks ago, dude. And just to give you an idea of how much time has passed, I made this farm weeks ago, and this has just like become a normal thing. Dude, in the last session, this farm wasn't here. So I've done some work. We'll talk about this one in this little doorway in a second. But if we walk over here, we've got a small farm, a starter farm, get some wheat, get some sugar cane. I had the start of what was supposed to be an automatic cactus farm. I do have an automatic cactus farm now, but this was like the beginner farm, and I just kind of keep it just for the sake of aesthetics, because this is kind of the farming area, and it gets me a little bit of cactus in some slow going kind of ways, but just kind of keeping it around for the farming area just because it looks nice. Because eventually I'm just not going to be using this section of the map anymore. We'll get to that. There's this. I blatantly stole this idea from someone on the Better Than Adventure Discord. Basically, so one of the things that you can do with gold mesh blocks is you can put an item in there, and this the mesh will then only allow that item to pass through. And these items are all what you can get from trommeling soul sand, where, here we go. So you get flint, bone, raw gold ore, raw iron ore, glowstone dust, quartz, and nether coal. So I went into the nether and I got like 14 stacks of soul sand. I just dug out this beach, and I'm going to go continue to dig out this beach. And I just kind of had it trommeling just to get some useful materials. Yeah, there was some in the chest, but there isn't any anymore. But yeah, this is just like a little automatic item sorter. Because I think this is cool. I think this is a cool idea for like trommeling stuff and just automatically sorting it. Because there's a lot of... Here, you know what? Let's just... My inventory is relatively empty right now. Watch what happens when I empty out this basket for just the flint. I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7-ish stacks of flint. I'm not hurting at all for flint. Same with bones. There's a lot of bones that came out of that. I'm certainly not hurting for bones. Matter of fact, I'm not hurting for any mob drop item right now. And that's because here, and then we'll walk over this path here just so that you can see that there's a path that circles around to the house. So I'm not hurting for any mob drops right now. String, gunpowder, arrows, bones, cloth especially, good lord, chain links. I've got so fucking many of them that I don't know what to do with it. And that is because I took the time to build a mob grinder. So here, we'll just, yeah, there you go. Ow. We've got a mob grinder over here, and it took me a little bit to make, and it's got, it fucking works, dude. Sometimes even squids spawn up there and make a little something for me. So string and bones, gunpowder and chain links. I'm not hurting for any of this stuff like at all, dude. And you would be surprised how effective this mob grinder is. One of the things that I want to do is I want to, because there are redstone lamps in Better Than Adventure, and I want to put lamps up in the mob grinder to basically just be able to turn it off. I want to have a system where I can sit down here and I can have a switch like right here or something, and it goes all the way up to where the mob grinder is, like where the spawning area is, and it just turns on lamps to where monsters won't spawn up there. Because I don't know what I'm gonna do, man. I've got too much shit. So just a way to turn it off, it would be nice. And I was building some paths around here, kind of just going around. This area I've kind of only just started to path out. I've got some stuff going on over here. We'll get to those here in a little bit. And then I have a little hallway going over here, and that area circles back around to the farm over there. So there are definitely some paths going on, just to sort of like have a way to walk to every part of the island or the mountain range. I don't know. This is basically just a floating island at this point. So I've got some stuff going on, but this way is kind of, I don't want to say unexplored. I mean, it kind of is unexplored, but just hello. Yeah, this monster still spawn in this little area over here, so you can tell just how little I've done. Fireflies. I need to get over there at some point. I don't have jars on me. Whatever. I blocked up some of the waterfalls that were falling down from the island over here, and I might redo those. I might add some lakes underneath on the underside. I don't really know what I'm gonna do with the underside, not gonna lie. Holy fucking shit, dude. I said that firefly lanterns were kind of rare, and I'm looking down and there's just so many fucking fireflies that are spawning right now, dude. I should head down there and grab some while I can. Maybe after the tour. Maybe after the tour I'll do that. So, some paths going around over here around this island. We got the big suspension bridge. I'm a big fan of making the wooden planks kind of look like suspension bridges. I don't know. It looks more realistic, I guess. You know, it looks like that there's like weight to it. You know what I mean? And it just looks nicer when it's done like this. I don't know what I'm gonna do about the lighting situation, because I obviously need to light up these paths or else monsters will spawn on them. So I need to figure out a way to like make it look nice without just having torches there. But for the time being, you know, torch spam, torch spam, torch spam. Because I'll admit that lighting is like one of my more weaker parts in building. So pretty much all I've ever done is just torch spam. So I don't know, maybe I'll figure something out to make it look nicer. And then, you know, I have this bridge going over here. We'll talk about this bridge here in a second. But for now, let's walk over here just so you can get an idea of what the navigation looks like for the area. And I got another little fucking kind of precarious looking bridge, got the weight to it. More fireflies down there, good fucking lord. There's a path that leads up here, you come down here, and it's a double staircase that goes to here. You probably recognize this window frame. Goes to the awning, so it comes back to the farm. I'm a big fan of the We'll get to you. We'll get to you. I'm a big fan of the winding, like, just borderline nonsensical paths that just kind of lead everywhere. Like I said, I like everything in my world to be walkable. Peeg, another little suspension bridge, and the big staircase. So the reason why this staircase is here is because I'm not going to go to the top of it yet, because there's stuff in this area over here that I don't want to spoil. I want to get to that at a specific time. But I wanted a big staircase to easily connect the area that's up here to the area that's down here, and just a way for me to easily walk between the two areas without having to make a fucking mountain climbing expedition or go through the Nether Hub, which the Nether Hub, some shit's been going down in the Nether Hub. Not too much, but I've been using it a lot. The Nether Hub basically looks the same as it did in the last recording session, because, I mean, it functions, you know, that's really all I give a shit about. But I do want to add some more stops on the Nether Hub, because there's some shit in there. How do I phrase it? I'm seeing opportunities to put more stops in the Nether Hub, just because I think that'd make traversing this area more convenient. I have a tree orchard all the way in the back around this, kind of looping around. We'll go there in a little bit, maybe. But I want to add a portal over there just to, like, make it easier to farm trees. I never went to that bridge. Ooh, I should go to that bridge real quick, because it really doesn't do anything. I said I would talk about a bridge, and then I just straight up just forgot to talk about the bridge. That's how you know that there's a lot that I can talk about when I'm just forgetting to talk about certain things. So, fuck it. We'll walk all the way back over here. Dude, the no sprinting in this big, like, fucked area that I've got, this, like, it's compound, basically. There's so much shit for me to talk about. There's so many things that I've been doing that, yeah, man, it just becomes difficult to remember everything that you've done. So I really like how the grates look on bridges, and I really like to be able to, like, see down just to see, like, how high up you are, to give you a sense of scale, you know what I mean? And then I made this little grassy area where mobs can spawn and stuff like that. And I've got this other bridge over here. Now, one thing I did, and you know what? I'm just gonna go into spectator mode real quick. And I've been doing that occasionally for free cam, just to, like, get an idea of how the underside of things look. Because this stuff is gonna be poking out from, you know, from the mountain. And it's like, you know, you're probably going to look up at it. There's the tree orchard over there. So you can see, like, get an idea of where we are. And basically the way that I was building this was I would just make, like, dirt paths underneath. I would just craft dirt paths underneath, and I would just build on the underside and then have to delete them later. That's why there's torches down here, just so that guys wouldn't spawn. But, yeah, just to sort of see what it looks like underneath. And I really like how this style looks, and I'm probably going to use this kind of style for the big staircase whenever that gets more finished, I guess. We'll come back over here. Oh, hello. Terrain just doesn't generate sometimes, and I'm sure that there's an option for me to... I'm sure there's an option that I can hit to make it load faster, but I don't know. I'm just attributing the terrain not loading sometimes with beta jank, which, you know, adds to the charm of it. So this portal down here, I actually kind of have a purpose for it, and that's one of the next big things I'm going to work on, is I'm going to make this area into a mining quarry kind of vibe, kind of area. That was not you, that was me. Give me a second. Okay, streamer mode enabled. But anyway, so we have a portal down here that goes all the way up to there, and I'm probably going to change the color of the portal to, like, gray or something, because I want all the portals to, like, be themed with their color. Oh, and you can see the bottom of the staircase right there. But yeah, I want to make this area kind of a quarry with like a big 5x5 hole just going all the way down to bedrock, just to sort of have an area for me to mine out stone, because I definitely need to get like more limestone to decorate the walls in the purple zone over there. I definitely need more basalt because I will need a ton of olivine for olivine blocks. You'll see why in a little bit. And I just, you know, going to get more iron, more gold, more stuff like that. Nice. So having like a quarry would make that a lot easier. So I think that's what this portal is going to be too. And then we have the pink portal over there that leads to the shoreline shack. That kind of really hasn't changed a whole lot. The shoreline shack is just kind of there. Just there for like archiving purposes. But here is the majority of the work that I've put into this world for the past 2, maybe 3 weeks at this point. Is this big castle area. So I don't know why I went so fucking hard on this. And you can see the grates as well, and you can see like you get to see a little bit of a spoiler for something that we'll talk about. That's kind of that. You've already seen the thumbnail. It's gonna be the path that leads to the enchanted little lake thing. But anyway, here's this. So there's just a bucket right here, a basket that's cut. That seems to be like for the, you know, you open this up. And this is where the automatic cactus farm is. The reason I put this switch here is because I feel like I have enough cactus. And so I just have an option for the auto cactus farm to essentially just turn off if I don't want to be collecting cactus anymore. And then the little staircase up here goes to the cactus farm. And there's a conspicuous looking switch. But yeah, this goes to the cactus farm. Again, squids will spawn in here, so I've been also grinding out ink sacs. And dude, I've got so many fucking ink sacs, bro. Here. Yeah. Dude, there's so much shit in here. Just miscellaneous cobble and dirt and stone materials that I've been gathering. Hello, it's raining. Yeah, dude, there's just been so fucking much that I'm working on. I got the white wooden planks as well, just because I feel like they're a really good contrast to the pine planks. And I got these 2 big towers over here that just kind of look cool. Big spiral staircases that go up. And you can come over here to this bridge, because I really wanted a bridge over, like going over this little section right here, just to sort of just to make everything a little bit more imposing looking, I guess. And hey, there's the top of that over there. So eventually what I want to do a big platform over there, kind of themed like the bridge to nowhere that I showed, and then have a bridge from that platform going over here, so that way you can walk from here to there, go down into the first house, come up, and then you're all the way over to the castle area, which I do have plans. I'm making a castle area over there. This big red thing, that's the mob spawner. I made it out of nether brick just because I thought that it was originally just made out of like regular cobble and stone bricks and everything. And I thought, you know what, this is already made of cobble and bricks and slabs and everything. There's the olivine blocks. I thought that it blended in too much, especially for the function of the building. So I'm like, you know what? We're going to make the actual living space out of stone brick and slate blocks and all of this stuff, wood, all that. And we're instead going to make the mob spawner out of nether brick, just because that makes it more... I feel like the theming for that just kind of works. It makes it stand out a whole lot more. Makes it more apparent that that building is like meant for something. And then here, you know what? If we go down here, we have a little fence gate right here, and we have a path here. So this is where the eventual high and scared bridge is going to be, where it's going to be made out of fences, and it's going to look really precarious, and you're going to walk across the whole thing, and then you're going to see all the way down to where the shoreline shack is. And I don't know what I'm going to do over there. I think I'm just going to have like a little house or something. I do know that I want this bridge to not lead to the top of that place. I want it to lead kind of over here and have a platform that you then have to parkour spiraling around the side of this like pillar, right? So it's gonna have a platform here, and then it's gonna have little platform, and it's gonna spiral all the way to the top, and you have to parkour your way up, and that's how you get to the little sanctuary of this house over here. And this will be like a vacation home, I guess. I don't know, a fortress of solitude. I don't know what it's gonna be. I'm gonna build something over there, and then if you really want to get there, you have to fucking prove that you want to get over there. And there's not going to be any portals. There's not going to be any easy links to it. Maybe I will add like a secret portal just for the sake of convenience, but the main way you're going to get there is by doing parkour. And I think that would be like really funny. And before you say anything, no, oh yeah, here's another way to see all the way down to the bottom. No, the reason that I'm using parkour is not as a reference to Parkour Civilization, because I know someone is gonna ask about that. I just really like precarious ways to get across stuff. Because my initial idea, like one of the things I really like is when I build floating islands, because I do build floating islands quite a bit. The thing that I like to do is have little clusters of floating islands going between each thing, so you have to parkour your way across. And having a sort of homage to that with the High and Scared bridge, just to kind of, it ties it all together. It makes it really precarious, and it's like you have to fucking focus if you want to get over there. And then I also, what I want to do eventually is I want to have like a roof, like a spire kind of thing made out of brick blocks. I don't know how I'm gonna make that work though. So I just kind of left these two towers blank, and I'll focus on that whenever I get enough motivation, not motivation, when I have a good idea. I'll fuck around in a creative world and I'll see what a tower like that could look like, and then I'll see what looks good, you know. But the main idea that I have going forward is I want to build a big walled-in keep, and basically I want to have like a wall cutting across this area, and then have it come up and effectively like flatten out the terrain over here, so that way we can have mobs spawn, we can have a house, we can have a keep, we can do like a railway system. We can do a bunch of stuff, and I just want to have like this big imposing castle just to be on the top of this mountain structure here. You know what? If we go into photo mode, you can kind of already see the beginnings of it over here, and then I want that to just continue all the way in here and have this big fucking imposing wall, kind of with the similar look to this, with the stone bricks and the olivine blocks in there, and floors made out of slate, different paths going all the way over here, have this platform down here lead over here, and there's shit that I am planning to do. And I feel like that this, the way that it kind of lines up here, fits almost perfectly to set up to like a platform here, and there's so much. And also, I think what would be really cool is to have a farmhouse maybe over here, and have this entire mountain just be like wheat fields basically. And then you could build like a oh my god, you could build like a thing that supports the farm under here, and then you could have it to where this like little mountain area just kind of flows downwards, and there's wheat plants and everything. There's a little shack right here, and I have a lot of ideas. And then you can see the orchard down here, and kind of having a path going over there. Here, you know what? You can see this bridge right here. You can see where the ideas are going and how everything is beginning to look. And it's coming along. It's coming along, and I'm a little bit, I'm like half sad, half not sad that I didn't record any of the process of building any of this. And the main reason why I'm not sad is that I don't know, to not get too in the weeds of it, I'm developing a sort of complex where I feel like I can't play video games without recording it. And the this Minecraft world has become an exercise in just like, fuck it, I want to play this game. I don't want to talk. I don't want to do, you know, anything super big, super fancy. I don't want to record because I'm sitting at my computer doing fucking editing work and video work all the time. So just to have a little bit of time where I'm like not doing that is nice. So I will start recording in this world more often though, because there's some stuff that I want to build that I think would be fun to just sort of document the process of building it. And the main thing we're going to be focusing on in this video is the secret enchanted garden idea that I had. Oh, hi Gizmo. And Gizmo just woke up. He's meowing at me. Probably didn't pick up on the mic, but he got up and meowed at me and then went right back to sleep. Okay, so here. We come in here to the maintenance area, to the cactus farm, and then you see that there's a switch. Ooh, secret door. And then there's this one down here too, which is the lock. So this switch overrides that switch over there. So no matter what you flip on that switch, this one is always going to be active, and it's always going to keep this door closed. So it's kind of a lock behind you. And there's only one way in, one way out. So I'm not going to build any like alternate paths to this area just because I feel like that would defeat the purpose of the lock. Come down here and you can kind of see up there. So the reason why this grate is right here kind of doubles as like, not a spoiler, but like a little hint. It's like, oh, there's stuff down there. And then you can see more down here and all this fun stuff. So you come down here and this is just the perfect area for like a little pond with bamboo and a tree, and there's firefly lanterns everywhere, and it just becomes kind of a little seating area. Maybe I'll put like a table and some chairs and maybe a campfire. I'll put like a brazier down here where you can have a campfire and like, yeah. There's some shit that I want to do here. And that's what the bulk of this video is going to be. Basically, I've already been recording for 30 minutes, good fucking lord. But I want to build a little enchanted garden, little enchanted lake, you know, maybe a little waterfall coming down here, sort of have like a little thing over here, like, oh, it's gonna look great. It's gonna look great. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm going to go gather all the materials I think I'll need, and then we'll start shaping the land for this. So BRB. Hello, cow. You're dead now. Okay, so I brought materials for this build. I'm gonna put some of them away just because we're gonna be working with some stuff. So let's at least get a couple stacks of stone making. We got some logs for wood. I think what I want to do, I had an idea also for bookshelves. I got some more blue firefly lanterns just because I know I'm going to be working with those. I think first things first, we're going to set up like a little building area where we're just kind of fucking around, seeing what we can do to store materials and stuff like that. And we're going to set up an infinite water supply just because I know we're going to need that if we're going to build a lake here. So first we have to think about, what is this gonna look like? We've already kind of got a nice setup going right here. Maybe we'll like hollow this out a little bit. Ooh, maybe if it starts up there and it cascades down the like rock and stone, like the dirt and everything. Could look nice. Could look nice. I know at the end of this, I want there to be like no torches. That's a big thing that I want to get done. No torches anywhere. It's all lit up by blue firefly lanterns. And you know, have this campfire area kind of right here. Maybe that's a bit too close to the ledge. Because I want it to be kind of precarious, but not like too precarious, if that makes any sense. Does that make sense? Am I making sense right now? Maybe I can just put it like right here. Let's clear out a little bit more space. Because I don't, the thing is, I don't know how much space I'm gonna end up needing. And I don't know what's gonna look good. So, we'll just clear out a bunch of space and we'll see what we can do. Okay, I'm fucksing with it, kind of. Okay, I think there's enough room here for the brazier and the seats. There we go. There we go. Yeah, that looks nice. That looks cozy. And then I did also bring some oak saplings so we can put a tree like, I don't know, maybe right there. I think that looks nice. Also some bones, because I know that I'm gonna be bone mealing some like trees and some grass and everything. Yeah, nah, that is too small. Nope. Get that shit out of here. We'll put this right here, maybe? Oh, that is perfect. Oh my god, that's amazing. Okay, excellent. And then something you can also do in this mod is you can bone meal dirt and it turns it into grass. So, yet another feature that Better Than Adventure is adding that just looks so goddamn good. And then. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah. We can add paths here just to give it more of like a walked over kind of vibe. And then, can I just put a lantern right here? No. Then here's what I'm gonna do. Excellent, dude. Excellent. Ooh. Yeah. Delete that. We're gonna delete that. Yes, bro. It's already coming along amazingly. Ooh, you know what will be fun is if I built a little ladder with like a diving board like right here. Cause this will be kind of like the like humanized area a little bit, where it's like, hey, we're making shit fun and comfy. It's gonna be hella nice. Can I? Okay, what would happen if I do this? Ah, that just turns it into dirt. Okay. Well, it looks fine. It looks fine. Yeah, it's fine. Ooh, yes. I'm already really liking how this is turning out. I'm just trying to think of like how I'm gonna do the water, you know? How I'm gonna make the lake look. Okay. It's already looking pretty decent. Here. Let's just fill this up so we can... Probably would have been a better idea to fill it up with water and then make it go a bit deeper later. One thing, ooh, okay. I'm already kind of fucking with how it's looking. One thing I did want to do is that you can, I looked up leaves, you can make them into little leaf piles. And I'm wondering, can you do that? Dude, I spent all this time bringing materials, and you want to know the one thing I didn't bring? Fucking shears. I also have pine leaves at home. I just didn't bring them. Because why would I? Why would I bring them in this project that I know for a fact I'm going to be using a bunch of, you know, materials for? I also don't like grass being under the water. I don't know. That just doesn't look good to me. So I'm going to be replacing that with just regular old dirt. Okay. I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. And then you know what we can do? We can put some sugarcane right here. And then the question is, how are we gonna get light down here? That is a good question. Okay, this might look bad, but we're gonna do it anyway. Okay. We'll see how this looks. Ooh. And it provides enough light too. Ooh, okay. One thing I do want to do as well, did I bring fences? I didn't bring fences. Okay, well, I do like how the roped lanterns look. So I might just have like a few here. I kind of want to have a fence going across this part just to make it a little bit more habitable. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna grind out some trees real fast, and then we'll make some oak fences. Oh yeah, and I also did find out that you can just have a game rule that brings in tree capitator. So if you do game rule tree capitator, it'll let you just break log blocks just by breaking the bottom one, and you can not break the whole log by holding shift while you're breaking. So it's like there is. And also every single oak block that gets broken, it takes away durability from your axe. So it's not like you're just cheating and using your axe for more to cut down the same tree. It just makes things a little bit faster. And then you can use that to, get some more trees out of this kind of stuff. I'm going to add a tree right here, actually. Oh, bro. Okay. That looks cool. That looks fucking cool. Okay, so now I don't have a crafting table down. And obviously, there's the whole thing of like, well, why aren't you using the pine? Because you always use pine in these areas. And it's like, yeah, I do always use pine for my builds, especially in this area. But it's like, this is a special area. I want it to have, some special stuff going on, some special sauce. So having it just all be, having this area be oak would separate that a little bit from the rest of the builds. You know what I mean? Does that make sense at all? I don't know. It makes sense to me. And I do this. I can. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, that doesn't look that bad. Cool. So having these be kind of like this, it kind of, it adds to it. And then having the fences come off like this just to kind of add a little bit more structural integrity to the fence. It looks nice. I like the way it looks. Yeah. And then you can do one like right here. You could do one right here. And then you could do one like right here. There we go. There we go. That looks cool. What I'm wondering, though, is if I make a leaf pile out of oak leaves, can I put that on the water? You know what? Fuck it. Give me a second. I'm going to go back to my house, and I'm going to grab some iron to use as shears. Because I'm just a fucking dumbass, and I just completely forgot to get stuff for shears, because fucking, Anyway, okay, whatever, BRB. Okay, I'm back. Turns out you can make steel shears, so I'm gonna be using that for the sake of the durability. And also, while I was walking to and from, it started getting all foggy, so that it's just how it is right now. It's just how it is, and we're gonna have to deal with it. Do I like the lantern being there, or would I rather it be over here? I don't fucking know. Anyway, that's not what we're here for. We are here to test out the leaf pile thing. So now I've got some leaves. Now I've got some leaf piles. No, I cannot put those on the ground. That's fine. But what I can do is I can decorate. I can decorate a little bit. That looks nice. That looks kind of nice. Are there like lily pads or something? Better than adventure. Fuck it. Whatever. Who cares? It looks fine. It looks fine the way it is. I do want to add more ropes coming from the ceiling for the lanterns. So we'll just move all this shit in here. I also want to add more flowers. I do want to add more flowers around here. Because they look nice. They will look nice. So here we go. Let's fucking add another lantern like right here-ish. Excellent, bro. Oh, wait. Man, shit. Okay. Did I bring a golden pickaxe? Whatever, I'm just gonna deal with it. And I didn't bring any spare jars to re-catch the fireflies, because why would I? There we go. So this already is looking really nice. This already is looking like sick looking. Here, let us build a fence right here. Okay, okay. Makes it a little bit safer. Now, I don't know where that zombie is. Just gonna use free cam. Oh, he's just right over here. Okay. Well, that's annoying, but whatever. Who cares? Okay. As long as monsters can't spawn within the vicinity of, like, this little area that I'm building, I think it should be fine. Dude, this zombie is gonna be fucking bugging me the entire time I'm building, isn't he? Oh, boy. Okay, we got some lanterns coming down. Got a little campfire area, got the tree. You know what? I kind of want to add another tree over here. Here, fucking, let me just move this out of the way. We'll put the crafting area over there. Oh my goodness, it makes moving shit so much goddamn easier. Whoa! Oh my god, dude, this fucking zombie is going to drive me insane. Because I know where he is. Just, let's see if this works. Fuck you. Fuck you, dude. Okay, okay, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. I think I want to have another lantern come down here. Yeah. Bop. Yeah, dude. I just really like how these things look. I really like how it looks when it's coming down from the ceiling like that. That looks nice. And you know what would also look nice? A tree, maybe like right here. Yes, yes. It looks so nice. Look at this shit, dude. This ended up looking a lot nicer than I thought it would. I don't think we're done yet, though. I think there's still room. I think there's still room for, well, obviously we still got to do the waterfall. And take away these torches, because we don't want silly torches here. We want firefly lanterns to light up this place. So how will I make this look nice? I don't know yet. What does this look like? Oh god, and I'm gonna have to... Oh, okay. Making this look nice is gonna be a pain in my ass. Ooh, actually. Did I drop one? Oh, the water knocked it away. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. You have like a little cove in here. Yeah. Okay, so you have like a little spot right here to like jump off into the lake. And then you got like a little waterfall with like a tiny cove in there. Ooh, 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 ooh. And then, yeah. And then there's a little cove in here. I don't know what the fuck is gonna be in here. I don't know. You sitting there like a little cove-ish area. Oh, there's not enough light right here. Well, you know what that means then. Oh god, this is gonna be going high up there. Because one of the challenges of this build is just trying to make sure that everything is adequately lit. So that way grass and flowers and all that shit can exist. Now, how will that look? That'll be really low. Yeah, yeah. Okay, there we go. That feels a little bit less claustrophobic. And then I'm gonna make this one go up a little bit higher. Like right there. Yeah, buddy. I think this place looks lovely. Is it done though? I don't know. Because you got like a little spot up here. It's like multi-layered, you know, you take the ladder up here, then you got like a little spot up here. You can jump into the lake, kind of like a diving board-ish. It's got a waterfall. Here, you know what? Let's make this waterfall a little bit nicer looking. Dude, managing water and making it look nice is a Herculean task. There we go. Ooh, I'm fuxing with it. I'm fuxing with it heavy, dude. Oh, perfect spot for a lantern. Another perfect spot for a lantern. Ooh. Ooh, that made my heart sink for a sec. Oh, that fucking sucked. But all right, we got trees. We got like a little bamboo. We got fucking flowers and grass and shit. Little campfire area just to hang out in. I should get a jukebox and put it in here somewhere. I think a jukebox here would go so unbelievably hard. Honestly, I think we're done. Like, I'm not really thinking... I can't really think of anything else that needs to be added here. I think it just looks nice. I think it just looks complete, you know? Because you got the different layers of lanterns. They're all hanging down. You got the ones on the fence. You got the bamboo. You got the... I mean, I wish there were lily pads. I think the one thing I wish I could add is lily pads, because that would look real nice right here. All right. You know what? Let's go into spectator mode, and let's take a look around. Considering, I think that's it. I think we're done with this area. So it kind of looks fine from underneath, but like, look at that, dude. Look at that from a distance too. It looks so good. It looks so good. And then from right here on this side, you can see it from like down here-ish. Oh, look at that. From down here too? Nice. Okay. What about from up here? How does it look from up here? You probably can barely tell. Yeah, you can't really see it from up there, but from right here, okay. It's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. Oh my god, dude, the squids. Ah, dude, squids are spawning in here too. Ah, whatever, it's fine. Campfire, lake, little stones to get into this cove, little waterfall overhang. I feel like I did something cool here. I feel like this is a good spot to cap it off on. Okay, so after I stopped recording, I actually figured out a couple of things I wanted to add. So I put some cobblestone here just to have a little bit of separation with the fire area, because it just looks nice. And then also books. I was looking through that chest over there that had some stuff in it, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, I thought that I remembered I was gonna put some bookshelves in here. And yeah, building a nice little book nook inside of the cove here actually goes so unbelievably hard. So we're just gonna have, I'm not usually a book person, but like, I'll admit that this looks sick as fuck. So yeah, we go ahead and we add a little book nook in here with a little lantern to keep you, you know, you can read books and stuff. Yeah, I think that looks cool here. And then you can see it from over here, like, yeah, like a little secret book corner, like, yeah, it looks cool. Okay, I need to stop playing this fucking game or else I'm gonna be playing it all day. All right, anyway, back to the outro. All right, what an episode of fucking Minecraft, dude. God, dude, I really need to light up that area. Okay, next episode, I'm lighting up all that shit. Nice, 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 nice. It's all nice and lit up. There's no torches. It's all done with the fucking lanterns. You know, ignore those. But everything down here, it's done with either natural sunlight that's shining through or with the lanterns. And it looks really, really nice. Yeah, I can't really think of anything, so fuck it. I'm just gonna end the episode here. All right, let's do one of these. Thank you all for watching. This has been a fun little episode. Just doing a little bit of building. You know what I mean? I do want to start recording on this world more often because you know, we're gonna be starting the mega project soon. We're gonna be starting the big castle. We're gonna be starting the high and scared bridge over there behind me. Yeah, we're gonna be doing quite a bit coming up in the next few episodes. So I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited for what I've got planned and what I want to do. So yeah, thanks for watching. We'll go ahead and do the fade out now. Bye.